for Novak, please raise your hand or someone there.
Novak, you had 19 consecutive wins here and hadn't lost since 2013. What does the run mean to you?
Well, the run was amazing. I am very proud of it, obviously, and had to end at some stage, and unfortunately, it was today. Well, Nick, again, as he did in Acapulco earlier a few weeks ago, he served so well and just wasn't managing to get a lot of balls back on his serve, and first and second as well. So I guess that's what made the difference.
What makes him so good as a player? It seems like he doesn't have a whole lot of fear out there.
Yeah, I mean he obviously comes out playing his style, very aggressive and just going for every serve, whether it's first or second, and it's obviously very hard to play a player like that.
How tough is it, the schedule playing last night, coming back out after a three-setter and coming out and playing early in the day, 3 o'clock match?
I don't want to comment about that.
So you had a long sort of apprenticeship at number 3, 4 years until you became number 1. Murray had an even longer one in the sense that he was number 4 all these years. What kind of transition did you have when you became number 1, and have you talked to Andy at all about what it means to be number 1 and sort of the new role that he's in?
Well, we didn't have much of a chat there. Obviously, he's somebody that I respect tremendously, and because of his determination and talent, everything that he possesses, he brings a lot to the tennis world, and he deserves to be number 1. After so many years of trying and playing on such a high level, it was meant to be for him last season. So.
Novak, there's obviously frustration, understandable frustration, body language, things like that. Is it more because you aren't able to do what you think you can do, or is it more just because he's just so frustrating to play because of what he's able to bring with his...
Well, I guess the conditions like today, where the ball travels through the air very, very fast and it bounces very high, it's a gamble a lot on his first serves to kind of try to anticipate and read his serve, where he's going to go. He has 140 miles per hour down the tee, and also pretty good angle wide, so it's hard to position yourself well. Let's call it that way. It is a gamble. And his second serve, if you think you're gonna have a look at it, you don't, because he goes for it as well. So he didn't make too many double faults. And as I said, in this kind of conditions, it's quite suitable for the server. Puts a lot of pressure on your service games. You need to deliver, and you can't fold, which I did in the opening game of the match. Obviously, the dynamic of the match already went his way in the second game. Yeah, it was kind of it's hard to come back from that one. Although I did have my chances, I did have some 30 alls and juices. I don't think I reached the break point, but I did have some close games on his serves, but I just wasn't able to deliver what was important at that stage.
Nick, especially tough to play with his sort of energy and demeanor on court. He can be very intense in terms of intensity. Pretty intense through your 2 matches you play, but just he can be sort of up and down.
It's his style.
Makes it tougher.
It's his style. There's not many players like him on the tour, and he plays a certain way and he talks and behaves a certain way, which is characteristic for him, and obviously it works.
My players often say that you need to be ready, you need to play well, but you also need a bit of luck at some point. Do you feel the start of the season that luck hasn't been on your side, draw-wise, something? Is it something that can go through your mind?
Well, look, I don't want to look back and now just think of whether things could have been different or not in terms of draw or not. Yeah, sure, I could have had an easier draw, but I don't want to look for excuses. It is what it is. I have to deal with it, and think about doubles here. I want to do well in doubles with Victor. Obviously, we're still in the tournament, and then take it from there.
Great.
Novak, I appreciate score lines in both Acapulco and here, but where did you find it tougher to play Nick? In the conditions there or the conditions here?
Well, I mean, we played a very late night match in Acapulco. Although I thought he was maybe serving a higher percentage of first serves there, but he was playing well from baseline, better from baseline here than he did in Acapulco. So even when I had my chances when I was in the rallies, he was just not giving me too many points away. I was not making too many unforced errors in important moments. He was playing consistent from back of the court, and I guess it's wherever you play him. I mean, with that serve, it's a big task.
Last two questions here.
This is another off-court question. You and your wife are both public figures, and you're both also professionals who are very active on social media. I'm wondering if you ever get any negative interactions on social media and what you do about that, or if you don't, if you've talked to any of your peers about how they handle negative comments or even abuse on social media.
Well, look, there's always someone that doesn't, like you or agree with what you post, or with who you are, or with your ideals in life. And it's normal, if you can't always have everyone on your side. You can't please everyone. I mean, we both respect everybody's opinions, and we think that sometimes the criticism, if it's constructive, it can actually be very useful for us as public figures, and we are blessed to be able to have many people that follow us, support us, and that's all I can say. We're grateful. There's always going to be negatives, but it just depends how you look at it and what you take from it.
Last one, please.
Novak, I don't want to project too much, but I'm curious because you've played some great players and you just played Nick twice now. How do you see his upside? What do you see he's capable of, and how much kind of talent is it?
Well, I mean, undoubtedly he's capable of a lot of big things, and that was projected for him already a couple of years back. It's just he's not very consistent with his results, but he's coming closer to top 10. He had his best year last year, so things are coming together for him, and there is no doubt that he has a big game, and that the game that he has can and should be for top 10, top 5 player. So it just depends on him and his commitment to the sport. Obviously, it's not only about the game. It's many things have to fall in place. Thank you.
Thanks for that.